Lineup card for the Phils with the men in blue. Atlanta still has a 5-game lead. Both the Braves and Montreal losing last night. The Mets are 12 back. Florida 13. The Phillies are 15.5 back. After breaking that club losing streak of 14 consecutive road losses last night. This is a 3-city trip taking the Phils here, New York and Florida. So the Phils hope to get back on the winning ways in the road. They started the season playing very well on the road. Jim Fregosi and Jim Tracy, a coach for Felipe Alou, exchanging the lineup cards. Ed Rapuano will be the plate umpire. Felipe Alou without his son again tonight. Moises Alou not in the starting lineup. He slightly pulled a hamstring muscle, and they don't want to rush him back. Chances are we may not even see him for the remainder of this weekend series. Ed Rapuano will be the plate umpire tonight. Jerry Davis at first, crew chief Terry Tate at second, and Bill Hahn umpiring at third. Now Montreal taking the field for game 2 of this 4-game series. Jim Fregosi's starting lineup tonight. Ricky Otero, center fielder, leads off. Mickey Morandini, second base, bats second. Greg Jeffries, who has great career numbers against Pedro Martinez, a .500 lifetime hitter, will be at first base hitting third. Todd Zeile, third baseman, bats fourth. Jim Eisenreich at left field will hit fifth. Eisy has been hot in his last 12 starts. Benito Santiago catching, batting sixth. J.R. Phillips in right field hit seventh. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats eighth. Terry Mulholland pitching and hitting ninth. That lineup is facing the hard-throwing Pedro Martinez.
Well, he has a good record, no doubt about that, and the Phillies haven't beaten him. They have hit him some. They haven't been able to beat him. He has that fastball that really rides in on the right hand batters.
As you see, opponents are hitting just .233 against him. That is fourth best in the National League. 123 strikeouts, fourth in the league in that department. Defensively behind Martinez, it's Shane Andrews at third, Mark Bressolani shortstop, Mike Lansing at second, Henry Rodriguez at first. Darren Fletcher catching in the outfield, Cliff Lloyd in left field, F.P. Santangelo in center, and Sherman Obando in right. Pedro Martinez, 24 years of age. They got him from the Dodgers in the Delino DeShields deal. And if they can keep him, he should be a mainstay in that starting rotation for a lot of years to come.
Some say he's a better pitcher than his brother, who's also pitching very well for the Dodgers. That was a good trade, really, for both clubs. You know, DeShields has done a good job in Los Angeles, and he plays every day.
Ricky Otero leads it off, hitting at .269. And the first pitch of the ball game is right there for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Otero. One ball and one strike. Martinez pitched one inning in the All-Star game at Veterans Stadium on Tuesday night. Broke his bat with a ground ball right to Henry Rodriguez. Martinez did give up a couple of hits in that All-Star game, but was unscored on and struck out Albert Bell. Never lost to the Phillies. 3-0 lifetime against the Phils with a career ERA of .203. Morandini hitting at .267. Pops a foul on a play. Now balls and a strike to Mickey Morandini. Nothing in 2.
Throwing everything right on that outside corner.
Looped into shallow center. A base hit for Morandini. So Mickey is a 1-out base runner, and that'll bring up Greg Jeffries.
Loop hit, but he had it coming. Mickey hit the ball hard in last night's game. Didn't have anything to show for it. So he dumps one in there. First at bat tonight.
Brings up Greg Jeffries. Jeffries hitting at .242. But has good lifetime numbers against Martinez. 9 for 18. 1 ball and no strikes to Jeffries.
That pitch was just off the outside corner. If he doesn't get that pitch, he could be hurting a little bit. If he does get it, the hitters could be hurting. Depends on the umpire. Mickey's been caught stealing only twice. He's stolen 19. Both of those caught stealing were on hit and runs.
Last 2 attempts he's been thrown out on hit and runs. He was 19-0. Foul out of play. 1-1 the count to Greg Jeffries. Morandini at first with 1 down here in the top of the first.
Jeff Hasty, member of the 104th District of the House of Representatives in the state of Pennsylvania, is here tonight with a group. He comes up here almost every year. He's with Dave Bimler and Tom Bickle. Blake.
Keeping an eye on Morandini. 1-1 the count to Jeffries. And the changeup had him well out in front of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Greg Jeffries. Arlene Snyder of Catasagua, Pennsylvania, celebrating her 80th birthday today. Birthday wishes from daughter Marlene and from us to Arlene Snyder in Catasagua. High with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ralph Citro is here from Blackwood, New Jersey, former Dream Weeker. And just celebrated his 70th birthday.
Morandini goes. The slider is a ball, and the throw is late. Stolen base. Morandini, number 20. Full count now to Jeffries.
Quick throw there by Fletcher. Pretty good jump by Mickey, and that caused, I think, a hurried throw. And you see a late throw. He had that base stolen.
Well, Morandini at second base now. It's a full count to Greg Jeffries. Ground ball, shortstop, backhanded Gresalonic. He throws out Jeffries, and Morandini has to hold on at second base. Our Hoover cleanup hitter in tonight's game is third baseman Todd Zeal. Zeal gave the Phillies the run they needed in the 6th inning. Their 3rd run. Phil's won it 3-2 with his 14th home run of the year. He's done well here at Olympic Stadium this year. 7 for 17 with 3 home runs here. Morandini second base, 2 down here in the top of the first. Missing with a slider, 2 balls and no strikes to Zeal. Right there for a strike, 2-1.
Minnie Roberts celebrated a 90th birthday yesterday. Minnie's from Whitehall, PA.
Hit to deep left field. This ball way out of here. 2-run home run, Todd Zeal. And the Phillies take a 2-0 lead here in the first. Number 15 for Zeal.
Well, that was a hanging slider. It was right up there. That's similar to the pitch he hit yesterday, only it was from a left-hander yesterday, Pissarro. He hit this one even better than the one he hit yesterday. See, that is really a hanger, right up into the heart of the plate. He really weighted nicely on it.
So Zeal now here at Olympic Stadium, 8 for 18 this year with 4 home runs. This has been a good ballpark for him. Eisenreich waves in an off-speed pitch, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. With a fastball, Eisenreich down on strikes, but the Phils put 2 on the board on 2 hits. Big blow, a homer by Zeal. No errors and none left. After 1/2, Phils 2, Expos coming to bat. Todd Zeal has given the Phillies a 2-0 lead. Felipe Alou's starting lineup for the Expos. Mark Gresalonic, the shortstop, leads it off. Mike Lansing at second base bats second. Henry Rodriguez, first base, hitting third. Sherman Obando in right field will bat fourth. Shane Andrews, third baseman, hitting fifth. Darren Fletcher will catch and bat sixth. F.P. Santangelo, center fielder, hits seventh. Cliff Floyd, who's hitting .500 in his last 4 starts, will be in left field batting eighth. Pedro Martinez, the pitcher, hits ninth. They are facing Terry Mulholland.
Now, Terry does pitch very well against this ball club. He's 6-6 on the season now. His ERA is a little high. There you see it. 2-0, 3.6 ORA against the Expos this year.
Beaten him twice. He beat Cormier 9-3 at Olympic Stadium and beat Huguet Urbina 7-3 at Veterans Stadium. Mark Gresalonic will lead it off. Lifetime, Terry is 11-2 against this team with a 2.93 ERA. 1 strike to Gresalonic, who's hitting at .327, tied for 7th in the league in hitting, 3rd in the league in hits. Fouls that one out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Gresalonic. Gresalonic is also among the league leaders in runs scored, 67 runs. Check down and in pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball, but gobbled up by Jeffries. He'll make the race to the bag. Good play by Jeffries. 1 down. Defensively for the Phils, it's Todd Zeal at third base. Kevin Stocker is the shortstop. Mickey Morandini at second. Greg Jeffries at first. Benito Santiago catching. In the outfield, Jim Eisenreich in left, Ricky Otero in center, J.R. Phillips in right. Phillies have committed the fewest errors in the league, 54 of them. Here's Mike Lansing hitting at .305. Leads the league in doubles with 27. One ball and no strikes to Lansing. Pitch missing inside. 2-0 to Lansing. Pops him up. First base side playable. Jeffries puts it away, and that's 2 down. And it will bring up Henry Rodriguez. Rodriguez, one of 3 Montreal All-Stars, along with Mark Veselanic and the pitcher Pedro Martinez, all playing in tonight's ball game. Tied for second in the league in homers, 25 of them. 1 strike to Henry Rodriguez. Also has a lot of doubles, 25. Two quick strikes to Rodriguez.
Terry comes right straight overhand with his pitches. That kind of helps a left-hand hitter. Left-hand hitters don't like the sidearm pitches.
Pretty well hit to deep center field over the head of Otero. Rodriguez on his way to third. He'll go in with a stand-up triple.
Terry had Mulholland had him 2 strikes and threw that high fastball. Wasn't a strike, but it was a good pitch to hit, and he really clubbed it. It really didn't look like he had a very good swing. He kind of bailed a little bit, but got the good part of the bat on the ball. Like Otero trying to hatch that ball off the fence.
So Rodriguez at third, 2 outs for Sherman Obando. Rodriguez first triple of the year. 1 strike to Sherman Obando. Bouncing it up there, 1-1. Balls and a strike.
That ball has to be souped up or something. For that ball to carry to the bottom of the center field fence, the ball Rodriguez hit when he had bailed out. He just kind of reached out.
Didn't look like he had a real good cut at it.
Sure didn't.
Chop foul down the third base side. 2-2 to Sherman Obando.
Rodriguez is really strong. The ball does jump off his bat.
Full count now. Runner at third base, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Beats that ball foul. It's still 3-2. Jim Fregosi and John Vukovich in the Phillies dugout. In the hole, a base hit to left. Rodriguez scores, and it's a 2-1 Phillies lead.
Kept throwing him that 3-2 fastball, and Banda finally got good wood on it. There's the pitch. Up, out over the plate. Good pitch to hit.
So the Phillies lead is cut in half, and it brings up Shane Andrews. Another hit. Andrews is single to left. So after getting the first 2 outs, 3 straight hits for Montreal. Mulholland is among the league leaders in giving up hits. He's surrendered 133 hits. And the batter will be Darren Fletcher, who's hitting at .264.
Felipe Alou does have some left-handed hitters in this lineup. Rodriguez was one. He tripled. I would think somewhere down the line that may hurt him a little bit.
One and nothing to Darren Fletcher. 2-1 Phillies lead. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. Two balls and no strikes. Ground ball to Jeffries. He flags and underhands to Mulholland, and that will retire the side. Montreal gets a run, 3 hits, no errors, leaving 2. And after 1, it's 2-1 Phillies. After 1 inning of play, the Phils 2, Montreal 1. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game at 7:30 and Sunday afternoon's final game of this series beginning at 1 o'clock with the pregame show here on WB 17. Benito Santiago will lead it off. Santiago hitting at .241. 1 ball and no strikes to Santiago.
Howie Coughlin celebrated a birthday over the All-Star break. Howie flirted with some professional ball in his early days. Big baseball fan.
Santiago misses the breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Little humpback line drive that's caught by Rodriguez. Well, Santiago's retired, and that'll bring on J.R. Phillips. Phillips hitting at 182. 7 homers, 15 runs batted in. For J.R. this year, it's been just about homer or nothing. 7 of his 16 hits have been home runs.
Some doubles mixed in there. A lot of strikeouts, too.
He has struck out 43 times in 88 at-bats. One ball and 1 strike to J.R. Phillips. Wide with it, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Phillips. Fouls it out of play. We'll pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
2-2 to J.R. Phillips. Missed with a changeup. It's a full count. Pounding ball to shortstop Gresalonic. Phillips retired. 2 down. It'll bring up Kevin Stocker. Stock is hitting at 196. 3 homers, all of them coming at Coors Field. A little bit high with it. 1 ball and no strikes to Stocker. Phillies lead 2-1. We're playing in the second. That handle pop foul out of play. One and one.
Martinez throws 80% sinkers. He throws some changeups. Once in a while that slider. It was a slider that Zio hit out of the park.
Two and one to Kevin Stocker. This wide with a fastball. 3 balls and a strike. And after ball 4 was a high fastball. It's a full count now to Stocker.
A horrible swing there on a 3-1 count. You know, he was looking fastball. He got it, but it was out of the strike zone. Looked like he kind of tried to hold his swing.
Now Stocker works the walk. He is a 2-out base runner for Terry Mulholland, the pitcher. Mulholland hitting at 182 this year with a homer and 2 runs batted in.
It turns the lineup. Terry gets some base hits and once in a while slugs one. Hitting much.
Sitting 182 this year. Lifetime, though, he is still below the interstate at 089 lifetime. Takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Terry grinning there. He can't believe he threw him that slider. Good one, too. There it is again.
2 quick strikes to Mulholland. Three sliders and 3 strikes. Second strikeout for Martinez. No runs, hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Phillies. The 4th of 5 midweek baseball games in the sun will be coming up Wednesday, July 24th. Our Mellon PSFS Business Person Special number 4. Cincinnati will be in town for that BP special on July 24th. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut Streets. FP Santangelo, a hard ground ball juggled by Morandini, but he recovers in time for out number 1.
I think he kept the ball in front of him. Good thing he did because he made it a close play at first.
1 down. It'll bring up Cliff Floyd. Floyd hitting at 296. On the inside corner for a strike. 1 strike to Floyd with 1 out. We're in the second. Phillies lead it 2-1. One and one. Rips a foul Almost got his first base coach, Luis Pujols. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chased a high fastball and he struck him out. First strikeout for Mulholland. That's 2 down here in the second.
Yeah, chased a real bad one here. Up there around the neck.
Brings on Pedro Martinez, the pitcher. He's hitting a 114. Lifetime, he's a 101 hitter. 1-0. One ball and 1 strike to Pedro Martinez. The Phillies have a 2-1 lead. Todd Zeile is at a 2-run homer. Foul out of play. 1-2 to Martinez. Struck him out. 2 straight strikeouts for Mulholland. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after 2. 2-1 Phillies. When the Phillies come off this trip, Ray Knight of the Cincinnati Reds will be in. 2 for the price of 1. July 22nd, a rescheduled doubleheader at 5:05. Single night game Tuesday the 23rd at 7:35. Mellon PSFS Business Person Special the 24th at 1:05. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000. Ricky Otero bunts and he beats it out. A good bunt base hit for Otero. Shane Andrews did all he could do. He made a good play on the ball, made a strong throw, but Otero just beat the throw.
That was a perfect bunt. He's dead in that ball on this AstroTurf. That's tough. Couldn't catch him.
That'll bring on Mickey Morandini. He singled and scored a run his first time up, and Martinez a strong throw to first. Otero has to dive back. Otero has 9 steals. He's been thrown out 5 times. Base hit into right field. Ricky Otero on his way to third base. Morandini heading for second. Safe on a close play. Morandini hustles that into a double. A good throw to second by Sherman Obando, but Morandini makes it. So the runners now are at second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, he hustled here. This into a double. This guy can throw. And he made a good throw. Too late.
Brings on Greg Jeffries. He grounded out his first time up. One strike to Jeffries. Expos will keep the infield back with the runners at second and third and nobody out here in the third. Jammed him and he pops it into shallow right center base hit. Otero scores. Morandini to third, and the Phillies now lead at 3-1 on a looping single by Jeffries.
And Jeffries didn't get much of that, but enough of it. Yeah, that was a chinky swing, and he didn't think much of it until he saw it was going to drop in.
Yeah, you gave up on that ball at first.
He was trying to get, you know, at least a sacrifice fly. Well, that wouldn't have scored anybody had they caught it, but first and third, nobody out.
And Todd Zeile, who hit a 2-run home run his first time up, will be the batter. Mowing away, 1 ball and no strikes to Zeile. Started with a bunt single by Ricky Otero. Threw the fastball by him. 1-1 the count to Zeile. Mickey Morandini at third. Craig Jeffries at first. Nobody out.
I think Zeile's going to get that hook again. He'll hit that one out of the park.
Popped him up in the infield. Third baseman Shane Andrews waits, and he puts it away for out number 1. We'll bring on Jim Eisenreich. He struck out his first time up.
Zeile put himself out that time by chasing a high fastball. Just couldn't catch up to it. Expos keep that infield at double play depth. Eisenreich could do some damage here.
Fouls it out of play. 1 strike to Jim Eisenreich. Phils have 1 across here in the third. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Leading it by a score of 3-1. Jeffries not a big lead. Back easily. Line drive off the tip of the glove of Lansing. Jeffries moves up, coming in to score Morandini. Jeffries had to hold on, and they might have had a play on him at second base had Obando fielded the ball right away. Phils now lead it 4-1 on the hit by Eisenreich.
And Jeffries had to wait. See if the ball would be caught or not. And then Obando did fool around out there a little bit. Didn't pick up the ball right away. You see Jeffries break back towards first. Now here's Obando, who muffed it, and that might have cost him the play at second.
Joe Kerrigan, the pitching coach, out to talk to Pedro Martinez. Phillies have a 4-1 lead here in the third. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of the Phillies and WPHL TV. Benito Santiago will be the batter. He popped up his first time up.
6 hits off Martinez. Still only 1 out.
In tight to him. 1 ball and no strikes to Benito Santiago.
Those hits have been hit pretty hard outside of the one Jeffries hit. The others have been stung.
Back through the middle. Nice play. Lansing. Gressolani drops the ball. It's safe all around. It'll be an error on Gressolani. They weren't going to get 2, and I think Gressolani, in his haste of thinking about 2, just dropped the ball. It'll be an error on Gressolani.
Lansing made a pretty good play on this ball. It wasn't hit that hard. He made a good play and gave Gretzelanek a good flip. He just booted it.
Took his eye off. He was looking at the runner at first base instead of the ball, and thus dropping the ball.
Right, he peeked to look towards third.
J.R. Phillips fouls it back. 1 strike to him. Phillies have him loaded. 2 runs in, 1 out. Up and in, 1 ball and 1 strike to Phillips.
JR could really do some damage here after what's happened in this inning.
He's in the hole. A ball and 2 strikes. No one up in the Expos bullpen. Martinez has given up 4 runs here. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Struck him out with a fastball. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Pedro Martinez. 2 down here in the 3rd. And they'll bring up Kevin Stocker. Stocker walked his first time up. Beats it foul into the Montreal dugout. No balls and a strike to Kevin Stocker. Jeffries at third, Eisenreich at second, Santiago at first with 2 outs. One ball and 1 strike. Ground ball foul. 1 and 2 to Kevin Stocker. Another foul ball, this time down the left field side. Phil's lead here in the 3rd inning, 4-1.
Hit him.
Stocker is hit by a pitch ball to force in a run. So the Phils now lead at 5-1. Give Stocker a run batted in. This one will be an unearned run. It's only the 2nd hit batsman by Pedro Martinez all year. Now last year he hit 11 batters. And in his career he was a guy where people were charging the mound against him, but he just hasn't been hitting him now because he is over the top.
That's why Stocker wears that pad on his right arm. He had pitched Stocker every pitch inside, inside, inside. He got this one, the last one, too far inside. Just nicked him.
Terry Mulholland takes a breaking ball that just misses. 1-1, and Montreal now will get some bullpen activity as the Phillies have taken a 5-1 lead here in the 3rd. Barry Manuel is up in the bullpen. Just missing with the breaking ball. 2-1 the count to Terry Mulholland.
Terry will get a fastball here. I don't know whether he'll hit it or not, but
You'll look for it.
He sure wasn't going to hit that slider.
Phillies have batted around here in the third inning. Missed, ball 3. Terry might have a take sign here.
He better have. I believe I'd give him 2 in a row.
He took all the way. It's a full count now to Mulholland. There's Manuel, the right-hander. Struck him out to retire the side, but the Phils bat around, scoring 3 runs, 2 earned and 1 unearned, 4 hits. 1 error. Phillies lead and loaded. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 5-1 Phils. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. Make it a Bud Light. By your Philadelphia Nissan dealer. Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car. And by Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile, now offering great rates on cellular long distance. Mark Grusolanic leads it off. He grounded out to Greg Jeffries, his first time up. 1 strike to Grusolanic. Beats the ball to third baseman Todd Zeile. Grusolanic is retired. 1 down. That'll bring up Mike Lansing. Lansing popped up his first time up. Phil's on top 5-1 here in the third inning. Breaking ball for a strike to Lansing. Back through the middle, base hit center field. Well, Lansing is a 1-out base runner. And it'll bring up Henry Rodriguez. Rodriguez tripled and scored the Expos run his first time up. And watch Mulholland. He has that great step-off pickoff move, and base runners just do not take liberties with him.
It's going to be close with a good throw. Quite in time.
The ball gets away from Santiago all the way out to first base. It'll be a wild pitch, and Lansing moves up to second.
And one of these little short hop balls that Benito had his mitt wrong. Should have had it like a scoop shovel instead of he tried to pick it cleanly. He's usually very good at those.
1 ball, no strikes to Henry Rodriguez. He chases a low pitch, 1-1 to him. Phil's lead at 5-1. We're in the bottom half of the third inning. Missing with his breaking ball, 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Henry is currently 5th in the league in runs batted in with 72 of them.
That's Dante Bichette, 85.
Won the game last night with a 3-run 10th inning home run for Colorado. Rodriguez chases a bad pitch and he struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Mulholland. 2 down here in the 3rd.
Rodriguez didn't get a strike. All 3 swings were on those low pitches.
Brings up Sherman Obando. He's singled to drive in the Expos run his first time up. Obando came over to the Expos this spring from Baltimore for Tony Tarasco. Santiago trotting out to talk to Mulholland.
The last time Obando got the hit, Mulholland threw him all fastballs. Must have had some kind of a book on him. But Obando looks to me like he's a fastball hitter. It doesn't look to me like he's a very good breaking ball hitter. Somebody gets him out.
Start him with a breaking ball for a strike. A ball's and a strike to Sherman Obando.
What they say about this fella is you don't want to throw him the same pitch twice in a row.
Fouls that one off. 0-2.
The breaking ball there, and it was up. A good pitch to hit, but he didn't get around on it.
A balls and 2 strikes to Sherman Obando. One and 2. There goes the bat into the crowd right over Eddie Feren's head. Eddie was able to elude it. There's our traveling secretary, Eddie Ferenz, unfazed by it all. The young lady behind him gets the bat. Look at Eddie. I'm fine. Of course
he's an old hockey player.
Yeah, he's fine. Of course he is. Obando goes down swinging. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashburn in the 4th. At the end of 3, 5-1 Phils.
Ricky Otero leads off, takes a pitch high for a ball. He's 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a run scored. 5-1 Phillies lead, top of the 4th. Fly ball right field. Obando. Ooh. Nice running catch. 1 down. It's our traveling secretary, Eddie Ferenz. Watch this bat. Strong bat by Obando.
That's a long way that he fired that bat too. And look at Fast Eddie getting out of the way there. Look out, Eddie. Bounced on the top of that little protection to the tunnel there, and the girl got the bat back there.
There's Morandini, who has singled and doubled, scored a run.
They went and got another bat out of the dugout, and of course brought it out to them.
Cool Eddie really stayed right with it.
It's an old hockey player. Nothing bothers him.
Sir, he's taken a few of those high sticks. 2-1 to Morandini, who is 2 for 2. Pulled on that changeup. 2-2 the count. Called him out on a pitch. Morandini thought it was outside.
And it may have been.
Only about 8 inches. 25-inch foot plate. 25-inch plate. 5th strikeout. Jeffries. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And a run batted in and a run scored. Fred Jeffries. Base hit to right field. Jeffries is getting some base hits here lately. I have the St. Louis Cardinals coming into Vet Stadium Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all 7:35 starts. And then the Pirates on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that weekend. A 1:05 start on Saturday, and Sunday is Pico Energy Soft Style Phillies Cap Day against the Pirates. Here's Zeal. And Monday also a 7:35 start against the Pirates. Call 463-1000 for tickets for the Cardinals and the Pirates coming in. Zeal's hit a home run. The Cardinals clobbered the Cubs, a pile of home runs.
7 home runs in that game, and they got shut out by the Cubs in the ball game last night. Jamie Navarro shut them out. Today, Andy Bennett's got a lot of runs. Wind might have been blowing out.
The ball and a strike on Zeal.
Craig Jeffries now a plus 500 hitter lifetime against Pedro Martinez.
Did he swing? Yes, he did. Ball and 2 strikes to Zeal. Zeal hit a 2-run homer in the first and popped out in the third. Jeffries is a 2-out base runner at first. Two and 2 the count.
Now that Martinez doesn't pitch inside the way that he used to, these hitters look a lot more comfortable against him, especially the right-handed batters. And he is not as effective as he was before. All those players charging the mound have taken their toll on him.
He hit a lot of them last year. Only hit 2. There goes Jeffries, and safe. Jeffries with his 5th steal. Makes a full count on Todd Zeal.
Yeah, you can run on Martinez because he's slow to the plate and he throws a lot of change-ups too. And that ball was down and in to Todd Zeal. It was a tough pitch for Fletcher to handle. 77 pitches now already for Pedro Martinez, and we're in the 4th inning.
Walked him.
How much he pitches right-handed hitters away now. And that was not his style before. I mean, he had that 3/4 fastball that used to sail in on right-handed batters up near their chins, and they called him the headhunter. He doesn't throw that pitch anymore. He's more on top of his fastball. But these right-handed batters are much more comfortable against him than they used to be.
It's his 2nd walk. He's also hit a batter that cost him a run. Jim Eisenreich 1 for 2 with a single. Run batted in. Outside, ball 1. Martinez in some trouble again. He's batted around in the 3rd and scored 3 runs. Pop foul. And out of play. 1-1 to count to Eisenreich. Almost got him. There's a strike called on Eisenreich.
And Jeffries got a big jump. Fletcher did not expect him to run there with 2 outs, because normally you don't see runners try to steal bases. And he made a good throw. It was low, swipe tag by Andrews. He just beat the play.
Not a big deal, but a stolen base.
Nice to see him running a little bit, though.
Yeah. Another one of those outside pitches. And he's called out of there. 6 strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. Expos bat in the 4th. Phillies lead 5-1. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. Make it a Bud Light. By your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. And by Hoover. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. Pedro Martinez.
He's got that negative body language out there the last couple of innings. You can tell that he's not happy with the way the game's gone tonight. They have not played well behind him. He's made some bad pitches. See that look he has? You know, he's just not in the flow at this point.
Well, he's losing.
Sure.
Shane Andrews. Right to Stocker. And Andrews out on 1 pitch.
He's losing, but you know they're not warming anybody up, and they're not about to hit for him. I mean, he's still in the ball game, and his job is to keep his team in the game. And when you see a guy with the negative body language that he has tonight, the opponents enjoy that.
Fletcher. And Fletcher, the catcher, grounded out his first time up. High, ball 1 to Fletcher. He hitting at 263. Pretty good year. And there's a base hit. Right back through the middle. Fletcher, a 1-out base runner. Mulholland gives up some hits.
The thing he doesn't do is he doesn't walk batters. If he did, I mean, he'd have no chance to compete because he gives up way too many hits, especially this year. But the fact that Terry keeps a lot of runners off base by not walking them keeps him competitive in a lot of games.
Santangelo grounded out his first time up.
Jeffries just motioned to Mulholland that he's going to play off Fletcher, who's no threat to run. So he's backing off him right now at first base. Take that hole a little bit away on the right side. There you see the first baseman. Fletcher, you can see they want to know. He wants to know if they want him all the way back or not.
Stocker, good play. They get the force. Zeal made a dive at it. Couldn't reach it. They get the force on Fletcher at second.
Yeah, and the positioning of Jeffries was important there because they didn't play all the way off Fletcher, so he couldn't get that big a lead. As a result, they're able to get him at second base. If they'd have played all the way off him, he could have got a lot bigger lead. Even Fletcher could have beaten that play. So that's, you know, a judgment call from the bench, and they guessed right on it.
Clef Floyd, the batter, struck out his first time up.
Barry Manuel's up throwing again in the bullpen for the Expos, with Martinez due to bat next.
Ball 1 to Floyd. Hitting at 293. Quick move. A little late. Rip all the way to the fence. They're going to score. Santangelo and Clifford Floyd, a ringing double, and the Phillies lead at 5-2. That pitch goes right down the middle of plate.
Yeah, and that's what Terry's doing a little bit too much of. You know, left-handed hitters shouldn't get these kind of swings at him, and he gave up 2 hits to left-handed batters in this inning. And that ball's hit so hard, it was only 10 feet to the right of Phillips, and he had no chance. That ball shot by him like a bullet. Now they're going to hit for it.
5-2 Phillies lead, and now they will pinch hit for Martinez.
This is Dave Silvestri will come out and bat for Martinez, who only goes 4 innings.
Floyd's at second, 2 outs. Well, they did get Martinez out of there fairly early.
You see Vukovic and Fregosi there, and you know they're talking about what we are, that those balls are right in the middle of the plate to left-handed hitters like Fletcher and Floyd, and that shouldn't happen.
Sylvester hitting at .223. A looper. Jeffries right there makes the catch. That retires the side. Expos score a run on 2 hits and leave 1 man on after 4 full innings. Phillies 5, Expos 2.
Let's take a look at how they scored. Phillies off to a quick lead in the first inning. Todd Zeal's 4th home run in this ballpark, a 2-run homer. Sherman Obando knocks in a run for Montreal. Phillies have a big 3rd inning. Greg Jeffries with an RBI hit. And then Jim Arzenreich an RBI single. Kevin Stocker hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Cliff Floyd the RBI double in the 4th inning. Phillies 5, Expos 2, and the Expos, Whitey with a new pitcher.
Jerry Manuel, right-hander. Felipe has a pretty good bullpen. There you see Manuel's, or Barry Manuel's record, 2-0, 3.73 ERA. Fly ball to right. And Obando makes the catch on Santiago. 1 pitch.
Well, he'll use, he has mostly right-handers. He has 5 right-handers in his bullpen. The one left-hander that he has is Omar Dahl, who was with the Dodgers for a long time.
J.R. Phillips has grounded out and struck out. Strike on Phillips. One and one the count.
J.R. Phillips has his hands up again tonight. He started with his hands down, then they got him up, then he was optioned. Then he came back and his hands were down. You notice tonight they're up again.
It's all the way.
That's all I can say on it.
Well, you talk to him sometime and he admits he's not the world's smartest hitter, at least. Now that was his own self-analysis.
Well,
but he does have a lot of power.
The thing about it is
hit the ball a little more.
Yeah, he's going to have a better chance to succeed, I think, if his hands are up. If his hands are down, the only pitch he can hit is a ball down. You know, but you know whether it'll work or not, we'll see.
Ball to left field. Oh, whoa, what a catch. Oh, my goodness. Cliff Floyd took extra bases away from J.R. Phillips. Oh, great catch.
Floyd's a great athlete, and he messed the play up here last night. Oh, boy, he lost in the lights a little bit. He got a tremendous jump on this, and this is just an absolutely athletic play. Never had time to find the wall. He just leaped and makes a tremendous play. He's 6'5" anyway. Way off the ground. Great play.
Can't do it any better than that.
Look at a basketball player. He's a center fielder. Like he can play center field too, and you know that's some play.
Kevin Stocker fouls one off. Kevin has been on twice with a walk. He was hit by a pitch and forced in a run. 2 outs and nobody on. One and one to count. A beautiful day up here in Montreal. Temperature in the 70s. No humidity. Ball 2, strike 1 to Kevin Stocker.
It's a shame this park can't do what they wanted it to do, and that's retract the roof, because this would be one of those really nice nights to play up here.
2-2. Full count.
Stocker's done a good job tonight. He's come up both times with 2 outs and gotten on base. Has a chance to do it now and get the pitcher out of the way.
Popped him up. Shortstop. And that'll retire the side. Phillies go in order. Expos bat in the 5th. Phils lead 5-2. Phillies have a twilight doubleheader coming up at the Vet Monday, July 22nd, a 5:05 start against the Cincinnati Reds. Rescheduled twilight doubleheader, 2 games for the price of 1, plus some between-game fun. Plenty of baseball in one night. Make plans to come out. There's plenty of action on tap. Foul ball out of play. You can order your tickets easily by phone. Just call 463-1000. Or stop by the Vet Stadium ticket office. Strike 1 on Grasolonic, who is 0 for 2. Grasolonic, Lansing, Rodriguez facing Mulholland here in the bottom of the 5th. One and 2 the count. Well, he's got 7 hits, all off Martinez. Mulholland has given up 6. Whoa. Where was that? 2 and 2 the count.
You lead the league in woos.
Full count. It's amazing the pitches these guys call strikes and the ones they call balls. All the way to the fence. Grasolonic is going for 3 and he'll get it. That'll be a triple.
That was a really bad play by Otero. Because he got caught in between, and there's no need for that when you're up by 3 runs. He started in like he was going to try and catch it, but he got a late break, and now he tries to back up at the last second and dive for it, and it leaps over his glove and goes all the way to the wall. By the time Phillips can get it back in, it's a triple. That was just a bad play by the center fielder.
He's on third. Nobody out.
It's like gift wrapping a run to the opposition when you make that play.
Here's Lansing, who has a single and 2 times at bat. Expos trying to play catch up here. And that's the way to do it, is get a leadoff triple.
Well, yeah, because now you have to play the infield back. You can see the run. With Mulholland in the move, he has the first. He keeps runners so close that you always have the double play in order. And that makes it a double mistake.
And the field is back. Foul ball past third. 0-2 on Lansing. Score the run. Ball was in the dirt. And it's a 5-3 Phillies lead. And the wild pitch.
Yeah, that's just a giveaway right there. Ball is down. Santiago does not make a good play on it. See, he backhands this ball, and then it hits his shin guard and bounces away. That's a ball that Santiago normally will do a much better job on, and did not that time. So they made 2 mistakes in this inning, gave him a run.
He tries to pick that ball instead of trying to scoop it. He's done that twice tonight. Fouled away.
Yeah, this ball right here, you know, if you're going to backhand it, you have to catch it. If not, you block it with your body, and there it hits the shin guard, bounces away. Wild pitch.
Nobody out in this inning. There is now. Strikeout for Mulholland. His 5th. And there's one away. Henry Rodriguez has tripled, scored a run, and struck out. He's 1 for 2.
Now, he threw Rodriguez some good hard breaking balls last time up.
They were all balls. They were all in the dirt.
Yeah, but you'll get him to chase them, and that's the key to pitching these left-handed hitters, which he didn't do to Fletcher and Floyd, and he did do to Rodriguez, and he gives himself a chance that way. Like that.
Right at Jeffries, easy play.
Throws him a breaking ball. He gets a pull-off swing from a left-handed hitter and gets an easy out.
2 outs. And the batter, Sherman Obando. Obando is 1 for 2 with a single and a run batted in. Popped him up. Shallow right. Morandini puts it away, and that'll retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on after 5 full innings. 5-3 Phillies.
Trouble's there. Trouble's there. Believe me when I tell you. You know, you don't go looking for it. And there was a time when people were saying, well, the umpires are walking around with chips on their shoulder. You know, I mean, players play with intensity. Can't umpires umpire with intensity?
And he does that. That's our good buddy Frank Pulley. He'll be on the pregame show Sunday with Mike Dardis, and I'm sure that will be very interesting. That interview was taped during spring training at his palatial estate in Palm Harbor, Florida.
Terry Mulholland leading off, has been up twice, struck out twice. 1-1 to count to Terry.
This weekend, in fact tomorrow, Eric Gregg will be back with Frank Pulley for the first time in a long time, and
Great.
That'll be nice to have Eric back.
Salonic, and Mulholland is out. 1 down here in the 6th.
You see Eric the other night at the gala?
I did, yeah.
Boy, is he anxious to get back to work.
I didn't get to talk to him, but I did see him.
It's hard to miss him.
Yeah.
That white suit and white hat he was wearing. The good humor man.
Yeah. Nice to have him back.
Yeah, he will. They are in
Stays
Cincinnati.
well.
Right there in Cincinnati, and he will join the crew tomorrow.
Ricky Otero 1 for 3 with a bunt single. Takes a strike. He's also scored a run. There it is again. Now he's dragging this one. That'll be tough. Safe. Lansing tried it, but Ricky Otero with a bunt single, his 2nd bunt single of the game.
Well, there are 2 perfect bunts, too, when you figure it's AstroTurf. The key to this one is Whitey said he dragged it. You got to get it by the pitcher. And once you get it by the pitcher, you have a heck of a chance, because Lansing has to do everything right, and he just can't get it done there, and Otero beats it. Another one of those head-first slides, which are not necessary. So guys get hurt.
Here's Mickey Morandini, 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Too late to get Otero. Ricky has 9 stolen bases.
They're getting Omar Dahl up in the bullpen now. Left-hander, the one left-hander that Olu has.
Five, 3 Phillies lead, top of the 6th. High. Ball 1 to Morandini. There's Dow. It's the guy that Dutch Dalton used to wear out when he was with the Dodgers. Trying to keep Otero close. Another throw. Too late. Well, Jeffries has stolen two bases in this game, and Morandini won. Fouled out of play.
Mickey really wants to try and pull a ball here if at all possible, because they have to hold Otero on, and he has a huge hole on the right side to shoot for. Well, it's great to be a left-handed batter. Have that runner on first base. You get all that room to shoot for on the right side.
There he goes, and he's out. Fletcher threw him out.
That pitch was almost like a pitch out. That's how good it was for Fletcher to throw on. Watch, it's a fastball outside. All he has to do is come up firing, and he did. Made a perfect throw. No chance. I mean, if he'd have called a pitch out, he might not have gotten a better pitch to throw on. Straight steal all the way and out by a mile. Bresolonic throws out Morandini.
That'll retire the side. No runs, one hit, nobody left. Expos bat in the sixth. 5-3, Phillies lead. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And your Quality Plus Ford dealers in the all-new 1997 F-150. The first and only full-size pickup with dual airbags and a standard third door. And by Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you. Shane Andrews leads it off. Ball one on Andrews. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And ball 2. Andrews, Fletcher, Santangelo, first 3 batters. Here in the sixth. Three 3-0 on Andrews. Mulholland hasn't walked the batter. There's a strike inside corner. Full count. He's throwing the ball pretty hard. He's had a pretty good fastball tonight. Tied at Jeffries. Should be easy play. It is.
Yeah, that was a good pitch he made there. 3-2 hard sinker down and away. Broke his bat and got him out.
Jim Bunning tribute will be Friday, August 9th, 7:35. Phillies play the Houston Astros. It's a special night to honor the Phillies' latest addition to the Hall of Fame. A pregame ceremony will celebrate Jim Bunning's becoming a Hall of Famer. Plus, all fans will receive a beautiful keepsake to remember the night in Jim's career. Jeffries again. Mulholland covers this time, and Fletcher goes out on one pitch. And Jim Bunning night, Friday, August the 9th, 7:35. Order your tickets by phone. Call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut. It'll be a big night for Jim and his family with wife Mary and 30 grandchildren. Santangelo reached base on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Also grounded out. He's officially 0 for 2. One and one to count. Jeffries again will take the play himself. Beats Santangelo, and Jeffries in, and all 3 outs as the Expos go in order. Harry Kellis joins Wheels in the 7th. After 6 full, Phillies lead 5-3.
After 6 innings of play, the Phillies 5, the Expos 3. Sunday at 7, there are 2 mice trying to take over the world. They're Pinky in the Brain here on WB 17, home of the WB television network. Left-hander Omar Dahl, the 3rd pitcher of the game, used by manager Felipe Alou, takes over here in the 7th inning. And for play-by-play, here's Harry.
All right, thanks, Wheels. Dahl is appearing in game number 39. A win, 2 losses, no saves, 3.05 ERA. 44 in the 3rd innings, 33 hits and 15 earned runs. He has struck out 40 while walking 19. Signed by the Dodgers, came over here in a trade. 1 ball and no strikes to Greg Jeffries, who is 2 out of 3. 2-0 to Jeffries. Phil's lead 5-3 here in the 7th. Tops a foul. Fletcher near the stands, has room, and Jeffries is retired on a foul pop. We'll bring up Todd Zeile. Zeile's hit a home run. It popped up and walked.
Omar Dahl's best pitch is a screwball that he uses as a changeup, and he works all the way from the 3rd base side of the rubber, an extreme point on the rubber, and he must feel that that's the best way for him to get the maximum use from that screwgee.
Ground ball shortstop Gresalonic throws out Zeile. 2 quick outs for Omar Dahl, and it'll bring up Jim Eisenreich. Dahl 24 years of age. Eisenreich is 1 for 3. He's struck out, single to drive in a run, and struck out. One ball and no strikes to Jim Eisenreich. Got the breaking ball over, 1-1. Just missed with his breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike to Eisenreich with 2 outs and no base runners. Three and one.
Well, they really have him working quickly. I don't know that he didn't work this quickly before, but you talk about a guy who gets a ball and is ready to throw it back. It's Omar Dahl.
Right back at Dahl. That will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Stretch time here at Olympic Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phil's lead Montreal 5-3.
Here's the Chevrolet game summary. The Phillies 1 through 5 hitters have had a pretty good ball game. Scored 5 runs. Todd Zeile with another home run here, his 4th at the Big O this season. Terry Mulholland 6 good innings thus far. And Pedro Martinez is shortest outing of the year. He went just 4.
So Mulholland working here in the 7th inning with a 2-run lead. Cliff Floyd leads it off. Floyd has struck out, doubled to drive in one of the Expos runs, and he takes it high for a ball, 1-0. Lenny Webster in the on-deck circle. He will bat for the pitcher Omar Dahl. Ground ball. Jeffries has been a busy guy tonight. Throws him out. No, Mulholland missed the bag. Mulholland ruled that he missed the bag by Jerry Davis, and that'll be an error probably on Mulholland.
Yeah, this is a play shouldn't happen. I mean, he has plenty of time to get there. Jeffries gives Mulholland a real good toss. And according to Jerry Davis, he missed the bag. Now, you see the way Mulholland reacted. He had a feeling that he wasn't in contact with that bag. You just saw him try and slide his foot. So that also, I think, helped him not get the call by that movement by his foot.
So Terry hurts himself with an error, and the batter will be Lenny Webster. Webster batting for Omar Dowell. He's hitting at .232. Ground ball shortstop. They'll get one. They'll get two. So Webster grounds into a 6-4-3 double play.
Two pinch hitters for the Expos tonight, and they've seen two pitches. Silvestri hit a humpback liner to first. Webster, the first pitch he sees, grounds into a double play. Phillies couldn't ask for much more than that.
And Mulholland has been getting a lot of ground ball outs, and that's when he's effective, when he gets the ball down around the knees and throws grounders, and he's throwing an awful lot of grounders here tonight. Batter will be Mark Bressolonic with 2 outs and no base runners. Just fair down the right field line, goes all the way to the corner, and Bressolonic will roll into second with a double. So Bressolonic hitting one just fair down the right field line, doubles.
Phillies have their bullpen up there. You see the left-hander Steve Fry, the right-hander Toby Borland, as Mulholland has now given up 8 hits.
Santiago out to talk to him. Mike Lansing will be the batter. He has popped up singled and struck out.
Fregosi has a situation here where he's going to leave him in, it would appear, to pitch to Lansing. Even though Lansing represents a tying run, the guy on deck, Henry Rodriguez, Mulholland's handled him in his last 2 at-bats with breaking pitches. So I think he still wants him in the game to pitch to Rodriguez if they get that far.
In the dirt, blocked by Benito Santiago. 1 ball and no strikes. Bressolonic second base, 2 down here in the 7th. Phil's lead by 2, 5-3.
Mulholland's been getting in trouble tonight with 2 outs as the Expos have scored all their runs so far with 2 outs.
Beats it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lansing. Tim Scott up in the Expos bullpen. He'll be the new Montreal pitcher in the 8th inning. And Scott. In the dirt again. Bressolonic starts, but then heads back. 2 balls and a strike.
Kind of smart play by Bressolonic. And with 2 outs and his team down by 2 runs already in scoring position, he almost got himself in trouble. You do not go to third in this situation unless it's automatic.
2-1 to Lansing. Gave him a changeup, had him out in front of it. 2-2. Terry's been using more changeups this year than he ever has in his career, and it's been a fairly effective pitch for him. It's something he didn't use very much in his previous years, but he's been throwing quite a few of them in his starts this year.
Well, he had a much better sinker when he was here the first time because he threw a little harder than he does now. So, you know, it's one of those things, you get a little older, you have to try and get some more ammunition out there.
In the dirt again. Full count.
Well, he has first base open and the left-handed batter Rodriguez coming up, who would represent the go-ahead run. And it's pretty obvious he does not want to give Lansing a fastball that he might hit out of the ballpark, at least to this point.
Full count to Mike Lansing. There's Henry Rodriguez waiting on deck for a chance here in the bottom of the 7th. Bouncing ball to Morandini. And Mulholland is out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left. We go to the 8th. 5-3 Phillies. Tonight's game is brought to you by your Philadelphia Nissan dealer. Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car. By the Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages, the book 9 out of 10 people use and keep and count on. And by Pizza Hut, home of the new chicken pizza. Tim Scott will be the new pitcher for Montreal, coming on here in the 8th inning. Phil's on top 5-3. Scott appearing in his 40th game, 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 save, a 3.10 ERA. 40 2/3 innings. He's given up 34 hits, 14 earned runs, has struck out 35, walked 16. So it's Tim Scott.
Yeah, and so far Lou's gotten what he wanted out of his bullpen. His starter tonight, Martinez, was not effective, but so far 3 innings from the bullpen scoreless, and wants the same thing out of Tim Scott to keep his team close.
And Scott has always been tough on the Phillies.
Yep, when he was with the Padres and since he's been here.
Santiago skies one way up there, and Shane Andrews stays with it. Did that hit a speaker?
Yeah, that was way foul. That ball was out of play. And it came back. I mean, I was watching it, and it was way foul. And then bounced back, came back into fair territory. Watch Andrews. I mean, I can't believe somebody doesn't get this right. I mean, this ball hit the roof's not in play, is it? Look at him. Look at it. I mean, it obviously was a deflection, a carom, whatever you want to call it.
Had to hit either the roof or one of the speakers, something up there.
Maybe that's in play. Can't imagine. The roof and the speakers are in play, we're told. I mean, that's impossible to have that happen to you. Okay, the roof is in play, the speakers are not, and that ball hit the roof, carom back into fair territory, and it's an out.
How about that? Scott, I told you he's tough on the Phillies. His career numbers against the Phils, 4-1. With a career ERA of 1.50.
Benito wonders, how could that have counted as an at-bat when I hit a ball that far foul?
Phillips fouls it off. 0-2 to J.R. Phillips, who's grounded out, struck out, fly to deep left on a great catch by Cliff Floyd.
And Phillips tonight with his hands above his waist as he continues to experiment with a comfortable batting style.
Fouls that one out of play. Stays at 0-2 to J.R. Phillips. Off the end of the bat foul.
See, Phillips is not aggressive at all with his swing tonight because he's hit everything foul left side, or even the ball he put in play. I mean, he hit to the left side even though it was close to a homer. But that's the type of swing where you're feeling for the ball. That is not an aggressive swing he's having. He's trying to make contact.
Played off a high pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Phillips. Phil's lead 5-3. We're playing in the 8th inning. Struck him out. 2 down. It'll bring up Kevin Stocker. Stocker's walked, been hit by a pitch ball and popped up. Two outs here in the 8th inning. One and nothing to Kevin Stocker. Looped foul left field side and into the corner. It's a foul ball. Did he catch that ball? Good night. We lost sight of him. Floyd evidently caught it. What a great catch and foul ground by Cliff Floyd. He lost one of the lights last night, but I'll tell you, he's made a believer of us tonight.
Phil Hans all the way down the line, too, made the call. He catches it, slams into the padding. Heck of a play again.
No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Phillies. On the National League scoreboard, St. Louis hit a lot of home runs at Wrigley today, bombing the Cubs 13-3. 2 of them by Ron Gant, 2 of them by Gary Gaetti. Cincinnati leading Pittsburgh 4-2. Mets trailing Houston 3-1. Shane Reynolds looking for his 11th win for Houston. Florida behind Al Leiter leads Atlanta 3-1, and San Diego early up on Colorado. Henry Rodriguez smokes one, but foul. No balls and a strike to Henry Rodriguez, who got all of that one, but a foul ball.
He has fun. Yeah, this guy really likes to play the game, and is a nice addition to the league because has a smile on his face a lot of the time. It's good to see.
He's looking over there at Jim Fregosi. They got to know one another pretty well during the All-Star game.
That was a stay with him, buddy.
1 ball and 1 strike to Henry Rodriguez. 14,322 the paid attendance here tonight. Pulled him with an off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Holland's had luck with him tonight with breaking balls. Has had no luck with him with fastballs. And ahead of him 1 and 2. You'd think he'd go another slider.
Bills lead it here 5-3. We're in the bottom of the 8th. He did, and he struck him out. That's 6 strikeouts for Mulholland. That equals his season high. Terry has not been getting a whole lot of strikeouts this year, but that equals his season high of 6 in a game.
Well, as I mentioned, breaking balls to Rodriguez tonight have been the equalizer. And he's ahead of him. You almost have to throw that pitch and get him to chase the way he has all night.
Brings on Sherman Obando, who has singled a drive and a run, struck out and popped up. And he lofts a high fly to center. Should be easy for Ricky Otero. Phillips almost gets in his way, and Ricky makes the catch. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Shane Andrews. Andrews has singled and twice grounded out.
Mentioned how many ground balls he's thrown tonight. That's the first put out by an outfielder.
Is it? Yeah, he hasn't. That's good when Terry throws ground balls.
21 infield assists when he was here last time. Likes this yard for grounders, huh?
Yeah, it was his only complete game of the year. Came here. He pitched against the Expos our last trip in. 1-0 to count to Shane Andrews.
Well, into the 8th inning, the way we are now with Fry and Borland in the bullpen, it's obvious that Fregosi does not necessarily want to use either Ryan or Vitalico tonight, it would appear. So he would like to see Mulholland give him 9 and get out of here.
Yeah, he had to bring Vitalico in the 8th inning last night. Ground ball to third. Todd Zeal stays with it. Throws him out to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th inning. Phil's lead 5-3. After 8 innings of play, Phil's 5, Montreal 3. Sunday at 8, it's double trouble on the road when the Twins get their driver permits on Sister Sister right here on WB 17, home of the WB television network. Mike Dyer, the new pitcher coming in from Montreal. This will be his 40th game. 4 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, a 4.01 ERA. 42 2/3 innings, 47 hits, 19 earned runs. He has struck out 35 while walking 20. And Terry Mulholland is going to bat for himself, so that would indicate that Jim Fregosi is not going to use Ricky Bottalico tonight, and he'll try to get 9 from Terry Mulholland. Mulholland has twice struck out and grounded out. 1 strike to him.
Bottalico said last night before the game that he's a little arm weary from all the pitching he was doing, plus the All-Star game, and then in the game last night. And Fregosi, knowing that, does not want to use him tonight.
No balls and 2 strikes to Mulholland.
Asking this guy right here to pick everybody up and go 9 and get out.
Just missed with the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat, pop into shallow left. Gressolani goes out. Mulholland's retired, 1 down. It'll bring up Ricky Otero. Otero is 2 for 4. A push bunt single and a drag bunt single. Terry Mulholland going to try to complete this one. Shane Andrews really shortens up at 3rd, and Otero fouls it out of play. 1 strike to him.
The Phillies have had 2 complete games all year. You mentioned the one by Mulholland, and the other one was by Mike Grace.
Yeah. Phillies certainly missed Grace. You know, we talk a lot about Dalton and Dykstra and all the starting pitchers, but Grace was Phillies' best pitcher in the first couple of months of the season. Otero thrown out.
And he is scheduled to undergo an MRI out on the West Coast. He went out to see Dr. Jobe, scheduled for an MRI, and no more about him after that.
Here's Morandini. He has singled, doubled, struck out, and grounded out. Scored 2 runs, stolen a base. One strike to him.
Well, the bullpen's done a great job for the Expos tonight.
Topped foul. Oh, another reason I guess Mulholland's staying in this game is Felipe Alou started some left-hand bats against Mulholland. 2 of them scheduled to hit, Fletcher and Cliff Floyd, and
Right.
Floyd's dangerous.
Absolutely. I mean, you want him to stay in this game, and they don't have a whole lot off the bench tonight, do the Expos, especially with Moises Alou probably not available.
Beats the ball to Henry Rodriguez, underhands to Dyer, and that's it. Phillies go down in the 9th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Terry Mulholland trying to complete it. Phillies lead 5-3. Darren Fletcher leading it off, bottom of the 9th, takes a high fastball. Fletcher is 1 for 3. Phillies lead it 5-3 here in the bottom of the 9th. Two balls and no strikes to Darren Fletcher. Two and one.
Actually, Mulholland with not as many groundouts as that other game because he's had so many strikeouts in this.
Base hit, right field, Fletcher. So the 9th hit given up by Mulholland. Fletcher hits his second, and the batter will be F.P. Santangelo.
Same two guys up in the bullpen in the 9th inning, Fry and Borland.
Santangelo is grounded out here into a fielder's choice and grounded out. Mulholland will try to throw a ground ball. It's a tough one to double up. Line drive speared by Zeile. Double play. Todd Zeile spared the ball, wasted no time in getting it over to Jeffries. A 5-3 double play. And wow, did that help Mulholland.
Oh, yeah, that's second and third. A screaming line drive. That's as good a play as Todd Zeile can make. Leaps in the air, and then Fletcher, a base running mistake, as he has nowhere to go in that situation and gets himself doubled off. Maybe sometimes it's your night.
So 2 outs, no base runners with Cliff Floyd up to the plate. He has struck out, doubled, and lived on in there. Hard ground foul. What a play by the ball girl down there on that sharply hit ball. Andy Stankiewicz has moved into the on-deck circle. No balls and a strike to Cliff Floyd. He offered it a low and away breaking ball.
That's what Mulholland did very effectively to Rodriguez, was getting him out with those pitches. And he has Floyd buried where he can go try and get him with one now. Don't make a mistake in the middle of the plate. That's all.
Trying to get him to chase the low breaking ball. He didn't. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cliff Floyd. Still 1-2.
That is his 99th pitch that he just threw.
So he'd like to round it off at an even 100.
Yep.
And head home. Line drive hangs up for Jim Eisenreich. He did it in 100 pitches, the second complete game of the year for Terry Mulholland, who goes 12-2 lifetime against Montreal. No runs, a hit, no errors, and none left for the Expos in the 9th. Phillies make it 2 in a row against the Expos. A complete game job by Terry Mulholland. Todd Zeile a home run and a fine double play to preserve this win in the 9th inning. So the Phils win it by a score of 5-3. This is the Phillies Television Network.